wall mount that somehow. Hello, good eventide from a very frosty feeling Bumfudge, Australia, in the great land down under, the great land down underpants. It is cold. Hopefully the 3D printer is going to warm up. And in the meantime, I'm going to bust out the McWalt coffee machine and make a hot drink that will hopefully also aid in here. But even in the double insulated banana lab, it is cold. It is like colder than, well, I can't probably explain that. But anyway, I'm going to start making things. There are so many boxes of stuff in the way, so I'm going to start moving those as well. And I have boxes to rearrange and boxes to talk about and boxes to open and boxes to restack and boxes to empty and packets to open. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. You've picked a wonderful time to join in the stream if you've come along for your first time tonight. And if you haven't come along and you're a regular, welcome back. Hopefully I've got something action-packed for you. More action-packed than the coronation, which that's what everyone's watching. So no, don't upset. I'm not upset at all if you're watching the coronation. In fact, go back and watch the coronation so I don't have to. So here we go. You're going to see sneak previews of other things. So projects on the go and new things and new stuff and stuff that I don't even know if there's coffee in this. I'll be very sad because I do have some coffee that I was given by someone at work, but that was back in 2021, so I'm not sure how good that coffee will be. Let's see if can I massage any of this espresso grind, Irish cream. This is my favorite coffee, by the way. This is Cafe Palazzo, which is it's a cafe in Adelaide. I don't know why they suddenly have their own coffees. It started out being Gloria Jean's Irish cream, but then you can't buy it anymore, or you could only buy it in little bags. And so I started buying the big 1 kilo bags, and I'll go through far too many of these in a term of schoolwork. So it looks like that's the amount of coffee I'm going to get. I don't think I have anything else that I don't know if I should mix and match. There's this coffee in a Tupperware. Let's does it still? It doesn't really smell like it, but you know we'll put some of that in for good measure. And maybe between all of that, this is a sort of more coarse ground. Maybe between both of them, there'll be enough to make one semi-half decent. If not, I'll be putting on the $7 kettle. So that gets loaded into there. From memory, it doesn't go there, it goes up there. I'm going to move this out of the way. It cost me far too much money to get coffee spilled on it. Get that box out of the way. That one's done for. There's no Billy tonight. Billy came out to set up, and then when I had to go back in shall I just say my constitution has been ever so slightly off today, so I had to go in to realign my constitution, and Billy decided he was not coming back. He didn't want to make the return journey with me, which is totally understandable. So let's get this here thing going. That's a sneak peek for a video that might come out. I did just do the Fusion 3. Oh god, I haven't even pulled off the masking tape off the back. I want the AC bit. Here it comes. It's coming. Here we go. This is where you can see how good a masking tape job I did. Look at that. Perfect, right? And I was so relieved that nobody mentioned all the paint runs in the video that you could clearly see a few times there. So I've got something that's going to be 3D printing, so hopefully that'll help warm the room up as well. I was thinking of that movie Crazy People for the Boxy stream, you know, because like Volvo, oh my god, oh look, that's that anti-theft blue. It's boxy, but it's good. That's the limit there. Take it to the limit, baby. And My second favorite mug. Oh, would help if it's turned on. Hey, energize. So, how are you? How are you? Well? Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like that cat coffee. Well, it probably will taste like that now. Cats crap out the coffee beans. I can hear the machine machining, which is good. It's just one of those things that happens that it's probably come down to I can't blame work because it comes down to how I work, and I unfortunately work on a lot of caffeine, so that's just how it is. But that's all right. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm almost tempted to fire up the big reverse cycle air conditioner and stick it on heat in there and see if it actually does anything. That might make a nice difference to the workshop, although who knows. So, boxes. There's new stuff. Should I start with new stuff? Okay, new stuff. I think I was talking to you, Matt, about these earlier in the week. I went out to get a bunch of Blue Point terminals, so I've got some of them. I didn't wind up using them. I did wind up using the chocolate block terminals and some bootstrap ferrules to sort of crimp everything together. I did also get, I nearly used bullet connectors as well, but I'm about to sneeze. Oh, thank goodness the camera is not on me. Ow, that's my shin. More stuff falling over. There is stuff everywhere. One moment while I go and honk the halftime siren. The camera will no longer be looking at my face now in case there's something hanging out of my nose, but it is a cold night. I think the Ender finally needs its bed cleaned. It's, it started producing some rather erratic layer shifts. So I think it's time to clean and level this bed. There's quite a lot of glue residue on it. So my procedure is usually Windex first and a plastic scraper, and I sort of scrape off all the the glue jizz, and then I'll clean it with some IPA properly and put it back on. But yeah, usually a lot of Windex first to get just the glue residue off. And then I'll level it properly with nothing on it, and then I shall apply a new liberal coat of glue to it before the next print. And hopefully that resolves it. Either that or the filament that's in it has absorbed a hell of a lot of moisture, and the humidity in here is 45% at the moment, so that could well be the case. 43 in the CR10's enclosure. But yeah, there's just a lot of dust around and a lot of stuff. So the Boxy theme, I was just kind of thinking there's a lot of stuff that I would like to try and tidy up in the workshop. So my plan is I've gone and bought some more boxes. I have bought quite a few. In fact, I've inherited one. Language learning for beginners, language learning for beginners, language learning for beginners has got out of the Perlabead biz. And so I've reacquired one of these, which matches. I've got some of these in the workshop. So that'll be handy for some parts. Took myself to Super Cheap Auto. Oh, should I? Yeah, I'll keep going. I took myself to Super Cheap Auto and bought some of these. I was hoping for the little 12 drawer ones, but these were the last two they had, so I just kind of grabbed them. I've got a gap over here on the workbench for two more, so this is where they'll go. So I got a 2 and a 4, and I'm going to try and figure out some way to free up enough of the small ones to do resistors, because pretty much lots of them are already done with capacitors. I've got some that have resistor labels on there. So maybe I'll put, so I've got some drawers with connectors. I think I'll probably just do bulk connectors in a drawer. So spade terminals, XT60s, JSTs, bullet connectors, all that stuff. And just say it's a drawer full of connectors. If you need a connector, it's probably in there. I don't really have space to do individual kinds. And that way I can fit Wagos and all that kind of stuff in there. And I think by doing that, I will probably have enough space to do all the resistors and whatnot. Plus, there's I've got printer parts and I've got other things up there. So that's the plan. I've got a 2, I've got a 4 and a 2, and I think between those and shuffling things around, I'll have enough. Hopefully for next week. Hopefully, I went out and bought I've got a cable now. I've bought a cable, so I should be able to plug my laptop into the switch, and possibly, even though it's right in time for it to be really, really, really cold, I should be able to live stream out in the workshop, which might be a different experience and a better experience. I think the coffee machine looks like it has, it's used all its water. And, no, is that some kind of heating element type? No. Nope. It's just wet. There's some coffee in there. I'm going to get some milk for it. And then I'll start opening some things up once the fluids are out of the way. Oh, that is nice and warm, though. That is quite nice. I had to send myself a file in my expert file transfer protocol, which is basically when I draw something up in CAD in the house. I drew this up in CAD. I drew this thing up in CAD back in the manor house, and then I had to find a way to send it out here, and I just sent it to myself via Facebook Messenger. So you've usually got Facebook open in the other tab while I'm streaming, because it's the only way that I can get my files to transfer. So that's pretty good. I just realized that I said files very enthusiastically. I'm going to get some milk, and then I will settle down, and I'll be able to talk. I'll also get some emergency chocolate. But I promised I would use this milk cup because I bought it to take to work, and I never took it to work, so I better use it here. And Sam, if you're watching, I'm sorry. No, we've lost a viewer. Every time we get another viewer, I'll sing a song. I don't know what I'll sing though. Brr. What else have I got to do? I do have a few woodworking jobs on tomorrow. One, for any of the Aussie makers that end up watching this is a student project. This is a box that a student has made. It needs some further routing by the look of it. I think they've done one groove and then left it to not do the others. They've got to pass this over the router table a couple more times. But it needs a groove cut along here because it's going to be a massive money box, and they want to create a clear acrylic top or a window to go in it. So this will sort of be the face frame, and then we'll have a clear window to view in and see how much money they've saved. Maybe it's for like a car or something. But yeah, interestingly, a lot of the students in that class are children of people that I went to school with. So, I have a child who's in primary school, and they've got children that are, towards the end of their secondary education. So that's cool. Just goes to show how popular I was at that time. I must have just been busy studying. What else did I buy that was new? I'm going to move things out of the way. Move boxes. Get down there. Oh, yes, and the hold on. We better check on the welfare of our other residents in the banana lab. So here we go. He is moving. He is still alive. Here we go. He's still there. All right. He is still alive. Yep. Either that or I'm shaking the box and he's dancing around. But our resident spider, the good thing is if we only have one spider and we can see him here, that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna put him back there. Guardian of the RAM expansion. I'll put him back there until such time as he's needed. There we go. So I'll put stuff back down. Okay. I was at the electrical wholesalers And I got wholesale price, which I was so happy about with those Blue Point connectors. And while I was there, I just happened to notice that there was a large yellow tool stand in the corner. And so they're getting out of selling this brand. So I said, do you mind if I have a look? Because I feel like a bit of a fraud going into the electrical wholesaler. I'm not an electrician at all. So I went into the wholesaler and said, do you mind if I have a look? And they said, no, it's fine. And I think I got these for about $3 each. So I thought, well, that'd be a nice thing to throw in the toolbox. And if you saw my shorts video about if you've got the DeWalt T-Stack boxes, I was trying to buy some more drawer ones because I've got rid of a couple under the bench here. You can't see, but under here to carry out jaws and its various pieces that go with it. And you could buy one for $106 or two for $110. So clearly I only bought one. Yeah. Anyway, I am dribbling on. What was I going to do? I was going to open something, wasn't I? Was I going to open something? I don't remember. Jeez. Maybe I'll drink some of this and that will help me remember. It's quite weak. This coffee needs a chair and a blanket, perhaps. Like, it's all right, but it's not... whoa. It boiled... Don't want to look in there. It's a horror story in the top of the coffee machine. It has boiled over. Ugh. You see in there? No. You just can't sort of catch it with the light. It is not good. It's going to leave a mess. That's going to leave a mark. I'm going to put this. That's a good match. I'll put that mug in there. I'll put that mug in there, and this mug can keep sitting down drinking from this mug. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. So I don't know. I think it was the stress of going back to work. I ended up resorting to some spirited retail therapy. And in amongst the buying of screwdriver bits and network cables that allow me to live stream from in the shed, which I thought were justified, this came up for sale, and I just had to. There was no way I was not going to. For anyone that knows, so this is the official Ford Workshop manual for the Festiva. Name the Spider competition. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, I haven't got my phone. I'm going to take a photo of the workshops, the Banana Lab spider, and they'll have to name the spider. And by the way, if I ever need that RAM expansion, I'm going to have to buy one off eBay because I don't know if I can trust myself to safely remove the RAM expansion from the drawer without going like I can't say it would seem derogatory if I continued that sentence, but I think it would be difficult. It would be a challenge for me. That'd be good. I wonder what the prize could be. What could I do as the prize? I'm not sure. I think what will happen, I think if I ever get to 500 subscribers, I don't know whether I should do it at 500 or if I should be really ambitious and say 1,000. When I get to 1,000, maybe at 500, I will give away a banana. I'll give away a calibration banana to someone. But I was thinking maybe if I get to 1,000, I'd do a giveaway of a thwacker because I have the last ever thwacker handle currently in existence, waiting to be populated with a thwacker head. So I thought maybe that would be a good competition. But yeah, this is the book for Beeblebum, and it is the legitimate factory book with step-by-step instructions. And all I can think of is if there is an issue with my transmission, which there is, surely the answer to, or at least the knowledge of where I might find the answer is in here. I've been told it's actually probably something to do with the shift servo, which is under this little cap at the top of the engine there. So I'm gonna hope I actually paid for this twice. Not their fault, my fault that I what happens when you don't follow your own rules. I have this thing, and it's not like a rule. I'm not into domestic violence or any of that crap. I do say to my other half, we should always try to not do like online banking stuff on your phone. It's just something that it's probably because I've got fat fingers. I always seem to muck it up, and I transferred the money for this on my phone, and I got digits wrong in the account number, and I sent the money for this to a different person. So then I had to send the money to the right person. But I was really impressed because I sent the money Tuesday, and this thing arrived in the post on Friday. So that was super cool. Very happy with that. So if nothing else, this is the Beeblebum Bible, basically. So I'm happy with that. That'll be really cool. Should I open some boxes? I've spilled coffee. I'll get a nice. This is a rag that's meant to varnish things, but that's okay. Look at the mess. But I bought them. You know why I bought the boxes? Because even if one day I happen to build the new dream workshop, well, these kind of boxes can stay here, can't they? They can go to the new one. There's not going to be an issue with that. Right. So, organisation of boxes, and if you have a good idea for what, there we go. Can I do a poll? I think I can add a thing. Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Answer questions live. Ooh. What could the prize be for the spider naming competition? There we go. Badoo, it's out there. Oh, viewers' questions. I doubt viewers will ever have questions. Live chat. All messages live. So there we go. Out to you, Matt. But anyone else that joins in later on, if you want to answer. I could just be phoning you though, couldn't I, mate? You know, that'd probably be a lot easier. Although it might be more distracting because I don't know, one of the reasons I enjoy watching a live stream is that you can kind of just have it on in the background while you're actually doing something productive. You know, even to the point that on Sunday morning I'm usually making bacon and eggs and listening to Big Clive. That's all right. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to open this 4-pack of drawers. The 4 drawers. And I'm going to put all the connectors in a drawer. I think that's probably, this is a 4-drawer one. That's probably a good idea to start with, I think. And I'm going to get all the connectors out of the little, there you go, there's a tub. And if it turns out that there are too many connectors for this tub, then I'll swap it into one of the 2-drawer ones. I think that's a good idea, right? Like I just go, yeah, there's a heap of connectors. I'm sure all the OCD people that will ever watch this are going, no! That's a charge cable. There we go. More connectors. Put that in there. That's a cord. That goes there. More connectors. I mean, that's 3 lots of resistors that I can do, isn't it? That's bloody marvellous. What other connectors have I got? Let me see. Any other connectors? Big LEDs. Big caps. Header pins. No, that's caps. That's all right. There's an iPod in here, I think. Oh, look, and a compact flash SD card. That's handy. That'll be good for the retro PC when I can ever pull my head out of my backside to do that properly. All right, there's connectors there. There's still more connectors around the place, I reckon. Yeah, there's some connectors. There's connectors here. There's some battery holders, more LEDs. That's all right. There's connectors. There we go, another lot. And then I might move the printer parts in one place as well. Printer tools, printer parts, other printer bits and bobs, all the spare printer things in one place, even if it's just a honking great box of crap. Is that an empty one? No, that's fuses. That's not bad. Cool. That's not it. Oh, look. Just to, this is like garnish. It's like, you know, when a wanky chef on telly makes a salad. We'll just garnish this with some bullet connectors. There we go. Lovely. I forgot to give Lee his batteries today. Never mind. Look at that. Emptying of packets. I won't put... I probably shouldn't put blue point connectors in there, though, should I? Or should I say, you know what? They're connectors. Bugger it. All connectors live there. No, blue point should... But I have got chocolate strip connectors, so I'll get them. Chocolate block. Terminal strip. I'm guessing these are the ones that are rated for 240 volt, and these are like little 12 volt ones. But there you go. I use these in that Victor vacuum. Lovely. Well, that's a handy little set already. All right, so that's one drawer done. Oh, it's cold when you open that door. It is a bit fresh. Woo. Jesus, that is cold out there. Is it cold in the joyous town at the top of the golf map? I was thinking of doing a soldering video, but then I thought, I don't know if I could, if that would, you know, I certainly don't have the credibility to do a soldering video. But then I thought what I could do is I can make a soldering video for people that are only just barely got started in soldering. So then I could be, you know, that's like my audience, you know, people that have, you know, they want to make something, but they have to solder it and they need to learn how, you know, rather than people that can just do it really well. I mean, it's getting better. I'm not compliment fishing. I'm just saying it is slowly getting better. Right, what else could I put in? See, there are already resistors in there. Ah, connectors. There we go. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty damn good already. I'm going to attach this one. The reason I love these, if anyone's never seen these before, I'll swing you around. Where the hell am I looking? Oh, right. So you're going to be looking over there. It's weird. And they just slot in. So there's some slots in the top. There's a slot and another one there. And they just kind of grip on. And there's slots on the side. And you just kind of, provided you're not attach them to the wall, squint, they just kind of nestle in there. And you can, I'll put the heavy ones at the bottom. And you can put your tray of all the different connectors that you possibly could own. Sit it in there. Job's done. What other connectors? I don't think I had any others. I think they're all... Oh, sorry to bump the camera. I think they're like Arduino things. So I think the next one will be 3D printer stuff, like 3D printer parts and sort of accompanying bits. I think will be a good thing because I've got, you know, like nozzles and couplers and stuff. I've got some hot ends and stuff in there, or some heater blocks and stuff. And I've got some silicon socks and heater blocks in there as well. So that would be, look, there's more here, more bits and pieces. So that would free up another 4. And these printers both use all the same stuff. So I think just lovingly tip them all in. Oh, that one's a bit knackered. That's okay. And I need to buy new nozzles. I'm down to my last 2 0.4 millimeter nozzles, I think, unless Unless there's one hiding in here. No. Right. So that is a definite must do. And this is all spare printer bits as well. Spare fasteners and levers, and look, more heater blocks. Nice pretty gold ones. So there we go. There we go. Just to make it hard to find. But you just pull that tray out and go, it's in there. It's bloody in there. I don't bloody know what's in there. But whatever you're looking for, it's in there. So that'll be good. I've got lots of resistors and stuff to be able to put away. So it'll be good to be able to get them out. Just don't accidentally open the drawer with the spider. More connectors. There we go. Just jam it in. Keyboard connectors. I think I've got a little thing of like watch batteries and stuff. Didn't I? Well, this is... Oh, more connectors. I found more connectors and a Bluetooth module, I think. I think that's Bluetooth. I've first chink in the armor here. My connector drawer is now stuck. What if I sort of hoik out some large connectors, and then I can sort of nearly there. This has not gone well. This has not gone according to plan. Okay, all right. So what I might do is take that bag out, put those back in, throw those in. And that bag can go, I think there's another, that is meant to be, the plan was I was going to use that in the Dalek to have a sort of a harness that joins up the top and bottom sections. But I'm hoping I'll be better at crimping on these terminals than I will be at doing the others. Who knows? Right. Anyway, more connectors. The little keyboard connectors. Now there is a thing for printer tools, and I've got a tools one already, so I might just add printer tools to general tools. There we go. Or I can take the printer tools label off. And then what I'm going to start ending up with is some drawers that I can then make some labels for. Yeah, I think, and they the march is taking so long, and then they said, and it's just over a mile. Yeah, well, that's so their walk is just over 1,600 meters because they've got a bloody solid gold carriage that they've got to walk next to. Yay! More printer bits. That's a fan. Fan and a harness. And some caps and some header pins. All right. Now this is the point where I don't just want to throw crap in anywhere, but it seems like that's my plan. Never mind. One of these had got like, yeah, there we go, I found it. So some of these have actually got resistors in them, which would be good, because then I can start going through the resistors that I find around the place and then testing them and sort of finding out where they go anyway. And then anything else that's got caps in it that I can't fit in somewhere else. So that's 1,000. That's a 1,000. That's 1,000. So, well, there we go. All the 1,000 microfarads go together. And slowly make my way through all this stuff. That's like an Arduino type bit. That's a printer bit. So what I'll probably end up doing is having like an Arduino's header pins and stuff. You know, little prototyping boards and circuit board kits and things like that. But whether or not that all goes in one, who knows? Oh, see, there's Arduinos and stuff in this one. And there's I think maybe I'll put sort of bigger components for printers in one area. So things like the fans, you know, small harnesses and heater blocks and stuff, you know, or small complete hot ends, I might put together in one place. That sounds like maybe a better idea. And then all the rest of the stuff can be, because there's micro Swiss hot end in here anyway, so pull that together. There we go. Making progress. Yeah, the poor buggers in London, I bet they're cool. I bet they are very frosty today. I might put batteries over here. That sounds like a good thing to do. And then I have all my caps, hopefully there. Little ceramic caps. Voltage regulators. Oh, they can probably go over there. I can just sort of, there we go, and start putting things together, and then I can just sort them as I go, which will be nice. Yeah. Where'd my drink go? It's probably gone very cold by now, and there's nowhere to heat it up. Oh, hello, James. How are you? Nice to see you on night shift. What are you do? Can I ask what you're doing, or is it going to be the subject of a future groundbreaking video? Wow, I think you've now. I'm sorry, Matt. You've been trumped as like the most famous YouTube guest on the live chat. But don't worry, you're still my best friend there. So, you know, there's that. I'm sorry that you have to do with. Oh shit, I'm still his friend. Never mind. That's good. Jesus, you've just caught me in a reorganization, mate. And I'll turn this around and hey, there we go. So yeah, we looked up the dates of the Bum Fudge Spectacular, and it's the 19th and 20th of August. So, well, I suppose we'll have to get the ball rolling on getting that going. And that does mean that I've got a deadline to try and redo this wiring harness for the Dalek. So that'll be fun. What else happened? I was on the radio twice this week, which is good because I got a face for the radio. First time on Adelaide's ABC South Australia. I sound like a complete dick most of the time. I came across as a slightly extra large dick at the time because it was pre-recorded and the start was edited. So there was a thing they had on Facebook about what treasures have you got in shed, and I posted a picture of Scott with all his Kirby collection, and then the sort of back and forth of will you come on the show, and I said, well, unfortunately it was my first day back at work. So they said, oh, don't worry, we'll record it. So they recorded it. And during the recording session, the host of the show was very nice and said, hello, what's your name? And this is James, and hi, whatever. But whether it's time constraints or whatnot, when they edited it down, they, when she did the intro live and then played me. And so whether or not she just didn't remember what I said when I first started, but she said, hello, James. And I just apparently launched into, my son's got lots of vacuums in his shed. It just sounded like a complete twonk. With the whole of the listening audience of South Australia. But never mind. And then I was on a thing from a local radio station called The Crust about being a teacher. And I painted a very rosy picture about the education system. No one has paid me, so that's nice. Well, it would be even nicer if someone paid me. And Vivor, the people that I got my air compressor through, had reached out to me earlier in the week. Now, I have to say, I've got to come clean here. They offered me $20 to give them a 5-star review on Trustpilot. Now, make of that what you will. So I was actually happy with my air compressor anyway. It's nice and quiet, did everything I wanted. It was pretty cheap. It arrived in a reasonable amount of time. So I thought, yeah, I'll give them a 5-star review, and why not collect $20? And so I gave them the 5-star review and sent them a screenshot of the review. And then they said, oh, you need to send us a screenshot of once you've submitted it. And I thought, no, yeah, fair enough. Submitted it, didn't hear anything. So I left it a week and then emailed them and said, excuse me, I'm just inquiring about my bribe. To which I suddenly got a very speedy response. And I did get my $20 for my Trustpilot review. But I didn't do it, because I thought the product was crap and whatnot. And not like an eBay lawnmower carburetor that I've got the money. I challenged them. For anyone that, sorry, James, you probably don't know this. Scott's been fixing up mowers. Scott and I have been fixing up lawnmowers, particularly while Scott's mum has kind of been off her feet recently. So we've father-son time and a project during the school holidays. We got some hard rubbish lawnmowers going. And I ended up ordering lots of parts. And one of the things I ordered was a carburetor. And I ordered one from Australia because I wanted it to come as quickly as possible. And it came in like just under a month. It came by. So I contacted the people because when it arrived, it had clearly just been drop shipped from China. Drop shipped, I should say. Despite their eBay listing stating, no, it's Australian stock. It's all sent out within 3 working days, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, look, clearly this is from China, and that's why it's taken 26, whatever days it was to get here. I think you should, it arrived, like a package from China often arrives, like it's been hit by a bus as well. I think you should at least come clean on your listing. And then they said, no, we'd like to offer you a refund. We do have them in Australia. We just didn't have them in stock and we had to get them in. And I'm thinking, yeah, from China. So I'm not all about whinging on eBay and, whatnot. In fact, AliExpress is kind of my new go-to. I've ordered some DeWalt things on AliExpress and I can't wait to see what arrives. I bought a T-shirt and a hoodie, and then I got offered, like this week, would you like to buy a DeWalt bath mat? And part of me thought, that's stupid. And part of me thought, fuck yeah, I do. Like, I'll have a DeWalt bath mat. We've got a rubbish bathroom and a nice bathroom. I could put it in my bathroom, like the one for when you come in from the garden and you're covered in crap. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's... Where's it go? So I said, clearly it's come from China. Your pants are on fire. I hope you have access to a fire extinguisher. And so they're just back and forth this week about, we'd like to refund your money. And I said, no, you can keep my money. I got my thing. I just want you to be honest on your listing. Don't say it's from Australia. It clearly isn't. And back and forth. And so then I said this week, all right, I challenge you to send me, I'll pick an item that you say is in stock. You send it to me, and if it gets here in less than 20 days, I'll take it all back. And I'll pick an item cheaper than the carburetor. And then they say, oh, no, we don't have any of our items in stock. And yeah, I know why, because they're in China. So they have now sent me my money back. And we did get our tumble dryer refund. It's all about getting refunds this week. We got our tumble dryer refund from Aldi. So now the tumble dryer is currently sitting under the carport. And we're kind of waiting for a time, maybe tomorrow, when someone has taken their lawnmower to the scrap metal man and left it in the skip outside, that we can come with our offering of a tumble dryer and swap them over and take the lawnmower with us, which sounds slightly unscrupulous, but not as unscrupulous as the people who take things from the scrap metal man's skip and then try and sell them back to him on Monday. So, I actually felt really bad. I wanted to go to the scrap metal man and say, look, how much do you pay for a lawnmower? And I'll just pay you for that, because we took one out of your bin. But all that, there's coffee sediment in that. There's proper rocks in the bottom of that. Yeah. I'm going to need emergency chocolate to sort that out. What else was I doing? I don't know. Anyway, so lovely to have you there, James. And I hope your night shift goes well. I hope it's not some kind of like ocean based, shipwright thing again, because that would be horrible and cold at night. That would be very, very terrible. And so I hope it doesn't involve camping. I don't do camping either. I mean, I have a beanie on, but that's only because I've cut my hair. The kids at school asked me why I cut my hair, and I just kept. I have to keep saying, because whenever I look into the mirror, an older man looks back at me. So I've cut it all off to that. Just just to make it nicer. And I'm working very hard on the Jaws video. I've got a list of shots I need to get, but I tried doing a voiceover on the clock video. Here's the clock. Got my clock out. It's got a better face than mine. Apparently it's made from oak. It's made from, this is American white oak that I scabbed from the bin at work because this was the offcut for a student's project. Anyway, it's made from oak. I tried recording a voiceover, and it either sounds like I'm a pilot. I don't know, some of that is just my voice, and I don't have like a pop filter, and my microphone didn't come with like one of those sponge condoms that you put over the top of it. So it's a crap USB microphone that was like $50 from the local EB Games, but I don't know what to do to, which thing do I target to make the videos better. I kind of have a feeling the sound is the one that needs to be addressed, because if I'm going to use the format of telling the story of narrating it, that narration is kind of the central part of the storytelling experience. So I guess I need to be looking for a better microphone or a better environment to record the sound. Maybe I need to be recording the voiceovers in here, and maybe if I can bring my laptop in here, I can actually do that. I can record the voiceovers in here, and maybe it'll be a bit less echoey than doing it in the rumpus room back in the main house, because that's where the computer's currently set up. I don't know. What do you think, Matt? You're into sound. You're a sound guy. That's how you can certify that your wiring isn't going to catch fire. I'm just thinking back to that guy in the Dalek Builders group. I've worked in theatre sound for 25 years. He's talking to someone who's like a leading hand electrician at a power station about what's safe and not safe electrically. That's friggin' hilarious. I'll unbox some Belkin goodness. Oh, Belkin goodness. I think what I'll probably do after this stream is I will probably go out and get my laptop, and I will do a very quick test stream on the bench out in the workshop, just to see if it works any better and what the sound's like. Because, I tried using OBS Studio, but OBS on my laptop, it would only have, remember the very early stream, it just had me as a little box. When I tried OBS on the computer, it was the one where you couldn't see my face because it wouldn't recognize the camera. So I'm kind of in two minds. I'm guessing the $20 Logitech camera is probably not the best option for a high-end streaming service, but how much money do you commit to something? I've got 340 subscribers or whatever. That's it's not exactly, I'm not exactly blowing the doors off YouTube. I'm very happy. I'm so unbelievably humbled to think that, the grand total of my videos, and it's about 340 videos, have been viewed 200,000 times. That's baffling to me. I live in a town of 20,000 people, so that's that's really cool. But I've been catting up. See, this is the problem. I ramble. I've thought about doing a sort of short series of videos, particularly when the weather gets cold, about 3D printing for organization. So I went through my my drawer under my miter saw station, and I found this box of spindle sander things that I got for my birthday. And I thought maybe there's a way I can organize this. So I've just drawn up a very simple design to sort of hold these things and put them in the drawer. And so I can get rid of the box, but I can also see exactly where they are. And I thought maybe a set of videos just about designing kind of basic bins and things that can go together might be good. You are not the last person. Your audio is always good. It's clear. Problem is, I just, I buy cheap garbage, and I've got a nasally voice. Part of the problem is when I hear my voice, I go, geez, whose shit voice is that? And then someone has to tell me it's your shit voice. No, thanks. Yeah, I've got a voice for silent film and a face for radio. Which, it was good to be on the radio. I think ABC must have tidied up my voice a little bit. It sounded much nicer on, to them than it did to, than my voice does on my voiceovers to me. But I think part of it is I've got to turn up the gain of my microphone quite a lot before I can get anything out of it. But I'm guessing it's because USB mic inputs are probably, tell me if I'm wrong, Matt, probably partially attenuated by the computer or by the software to make sure you're not overdriving things, because that could be bad in a laptop if you overdrive some kind of audio circuitry, and you could possibly make something go pop. I don't know. Maybe it's just techno babble and words that I'm borrowing from other people, because I actually don't know anything myself. We'll see. All right, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of these little bins that I can put to use, so that'll be very good. I might put the camera down and get to sorting out resistors and seeing how I can get them fit in. It would have actually been better to have lots of the 4-draw ones, because the resistors themselves, like the bandoliered resistors, would fit better in the 4-draw ones, but I'll get them in here, just cut them up and get them in. Who bloody cares? Right, I'm just putting something in the bin. I saw that it must have been Supernova this weekend or something in Adelaide, because Sophie Aldred was in Adelaide yesterday, I think. She said, I found a nice vegan cafe in Adelaide. I wanted to reply, I don't believe that. But I didn't. I shut up, because in the internet age, the social media age, everyone that has a friggin' thought bubble just says it. And it's often just completely unnecessary. So I shut up and didn't say anything about vegan cafes, because just because I'm not vegan doesn't mean that I'm right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my other meter. I'm going to get the other lead from the other meter. Oh, no, I can do it with this one. I will go with the trusty original yellow meter. Let me move this out of the way, and I'll just... Oh, God! Where'd it go? Hold on. Oh, Windows. Don't do that to me. Sorry, I shouted at the microphone. There we go. So, what are they? These are 6.8K. Okay. That is something, the funny thing is, I would not have known that if I had not met Matt, who helped build the, you didn't help build, you built the voice modulator for Colin. I would not have known any of this stuff, and it was only after meeting you that I actually had to go. I did this once with my dad. I tried to build some kits and stuff with his help. I think we both realized that was a terrible idea. They're 470s. Now, I already have a drawer for 470s, so I'm going to put that down there. And then I guess what I'm probably going to do is print out some labels to go on these. I don't know how I'm going to go with printing that now. I'll probably have to do that later, but I'll try and keep track of this somehow. I'm not sure how. I will do my best. Anyway, so what I want, I would like ohms, because there's just a heap of these on the bench back here. So things like, I will grab some of these and I will just clip on and go like that. Oh, would help if that's plugged in, wouldn't it? Would also help if that's plugged into the right bloody thing. That is a 22, oh no, 2,200, 2K2. Right, so 2K2 there. And I'll keep going. What have I got? This is the kind of interesting stuff that happens in this live stream. So I'm hoping that I was peppered by questions by a very enthusiastic person about the Jaws build. So hopefully I've managed to answer all his questions accordingly. That is a 10K. Okay, 10K. I don't know if I've got some, maybe I can sort of tear a bit of paper off and just write in the bottom of the drawer so I know. 10K. That will work. Give me a bloody pen. Never mind, this will do. 10K. And people are gonna wonder what's eoic. There you go. I know there's codes on them. I can hear people telling me that. There's codes on them. I don't know, but I'm thick. I reckon that's 10K as well. Now I'm curious. Oh, it could be that these are quarter watt and those might be half watt. And the colors are slightly. That's still 9.9K. All right. So it could be. I'll do it that way. Yeah. Okay. Well. $10.1K. All right. Well, all these then are 10K. I suppose one being in the wrong spot. I mean, when I get a resistor out, I check it anyway, just in case I've got one out of the wrong spot. That's one of the things I try and do anyway, because last thing I want to do is bugger something up because of that. Right, what are these ones? A couple of lone ones back here. Oh, and there's one there. $220 ohm. 220. All right, so 220s are in there, and I'll slowly make my way through them. I won't get to everything, but that will be better. Brr, it is cold. Oh yes, language learning for beginners. I hope everyone didn't mind. I hope you didn't mind, Matt, that I gave your channel a shout out. It's a 470. 470 ohm. That's a 470. It's a different color. I hope you didn't mind that I shouted out your channel. 4.7. Is that a 4.7? No. $4.7. But it was just well, you did kind of get me on the go for the clock kits after I did that one clock kit that didn't work particularly well, so I thought it was only fair. 2.2K. No, 2K2. I think that is different. I'll double check. But then again, these are quarter watt. Yeah, so there's quarter watt, and these must be like half watt or 1 watt. That's okay. I'm guessing. That's okay. That's a terrible pun. It's not even okay. It's 2.2K. Damn it. I wonder how many. Anyway, Don't make terrible puns, James. Nobody wants to hear that garbage. So here's the main switch of the Dalek that I'm meant to be turning into some kind of loom. And now the countdown's on to get it done. Do you know, I actually feel terrible. I don't have any channel recommendations outside of Fix It Fingers, of course, because, you know, Fix It Fingers, Aussie Matt, Language Learning for Beginners, great channels. Language Learning for Beginners, and this is not taking a swipe, has overtaken me. My crowning achievement this week was I've never had 500 views on a build video. The clock did that. I'm kind of nervous for the Jaws build, and that's why I want to get the extra shots to make it work. There were lots of questions that I received on Shorts about the drive system for Jaws, so I'd like to sort of disassemble it, talk through the drive system, and kind of made me wish that I had filmed more of putting the drive system together. And I did, but I filmed on this bloody thing, which meant that I haven't got anything to really show for it, apart from stuff done in potato vision with the webcam. So I'll see what I can do there. But yeah, I'm really unsure of what to do there. I'd like to make it as good as I can. So I suppose I'll be taking my chances with the... Oh, do I need those bits of wire? No. I'm tidying up. I'm trying to clean up so I can make more mess. Because as soon as I cleared the bench last week, Scott came in with a Victor, like one of those outdoor vacuum cleaner things, you know, like Victor made in the 80s with a big canvas bag on it with a giant zip that I was filled up with dirt. And because we've been doing this thing called Scrap Drive. On a Saturday, on a Sunday, we drive around to certain areas of Bumfudge and look for people that are throwing away fun things. And particularly, we were looking for lawnmowers because I told him that I found one of the lawnmowers just put out in hard rubbish. So he wants to now go and look for lawnmowers. And while on Scrap Drive, he got his grandma to take him on a Scrap Drive. And they couldn't find any lawnmowers, but they did find some one of these leaf vacuum things. And no sooner had I cleared the bench, because Jaws was done, the clock was done, the video was done, and I came back and suddenly the bench had exploded into mess again. So I finally got it almost right, and yeah, then that had happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this stream here, and I'm going to run into the house and get my laptop, and I'm going to connect up to the Ethernet in here and run a cable out to my laptop out in the workshop proper, and I'm going to see what it's like running a very quick test stream. So if anyone is interested in that, that'll take me probably, I guess, 5 to 10 minutes. So it'll be a non-canon stream, but yeah, I'll do that because I want to be able to go out there to do a bit more stuff rather than just sitting in here in the Banana Lab, which, by the way, I've named this the Banana Lab. I don't know why, but there you go. I'm leaning into it. Right? So until next time from the Banana Lab, keep your bananas where you can see them. Mine are right here. See you later. Thanks for joining. And if you've got a couple of minutes, feel free to join me again in a couple of minutes.